All right, Don. Have you and your husband, Dum Dum.
Gary, something from Mary McCatch.
Shut up.
You shut up. Ta-da!
Have you ever had a fight with each other or an uncomfortable moment over something that was said on the show?
Ooh.
No.
Okay, end of segment.
That's easy.
Okay, glad you guys tuned in.
Yeah.
The answer is no.
Not even over the duh. Now,
What
or
about-
how
yeah,
much
what
we
about-
make fun
what
of
about
you.
What about Dum Dum? You've never had an uncomfortable moment? You get upset over
tell
Dum
him
Dum.
I hate it, and he's just sitting there laughing, going, "Babe,
What about
it's
what-
like not a big deal."
Okay, what about when we talk about your past and how slutty you were and what a sexual whore you were?
No. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. So the relationship I had before, on and off for 6 years, my first engagement.
Long before Dum Dum.
Gary. He sees this. He'll laugh. God.
Is that what he sounds like?
You know, that fucker I was with on and off for so long. He nitpicked everything. It was like clockwork. I knew as soon as the show fucking ended, ring, and he would just go over stuff I shouldn't have shared. You know, why'd you say that? Or why'd you do this? Or just, you shared too much about your, he nitpicked everything, and things that were just jokes, right, between us and this or that. I mean, so when I finally wised up and got the fuck out of that and, you know, wanted better for myself, I made a promise to myself. I'm like, from here on out, anyone I date, if they cannot handle this show, they're out. Like, they're out. And we will have that conversation up front. And if they don't like that conversation, fuck them. I will up front, every guy I dated since Fuckface, I would say, here's the deal. Don't text me, you know, because you had little text then. Don't call me. Don't talk to me about shit of my job. Period. End of story. You can't handle that. You're not the person for me, because that's my job. That's the show. This is what I do for a living. I don't want to hear it. I don't want you to nitpick. If you have questions about certain things and maybe you're uncomfortable with certain things about your life that maybe you don't want shared, absolutely, we can have that conversation. I am not going to put things out there that you don't want. But don't tell me what I can share about my life, and don't tell me how to do my show.
What about with Gary specifically? What about when people are mean to you, whether it's me or callers or Facebookers, or you get ganged up on? I mean, does that not make him go, oh my God, the fuck are these guys doing to you?
So with Gary, like when I knew, you know, I dated a bunch of guys after Fuckface, ended, you know, that engagement ended. But then, you know, I got to Gary, and I'd met Gary when I was 27, but, you know, I was into Bad Boys then, so he was, you know, he's a good guy. So when we started dating and stuff, he knowing you, he'd already known you, and he knew me, and he got what we did. Do you know what I mean? Like, he already got it and understood. And so I didn't really even need to have that conversation with him. However, as time went on, I would start being like, I wonder if that bothers him, because I care so much for him and I respect him so much, you know? So I'd be like, does this bother you when I share that? And he's like, babe, your past is what made you who you are today. No. I mean, that's one of the things I love about you. Or when you guys started doing the jokey,
call you names.
The zoo.
You're a whore.
Well,
things like that.
For me, I asked him, and he's like, I know you're strong enough, to take it. And I know that you have a great relationship. You know, like for the show, it's funny. It's either in the moment of being funny, right? So he knows you're not really meaning it. Like if you actually felt that way about me and treated me that way off the show and every single day, oh yeah, he'd probably come to you and go, what the fuck? But he already knew and got it. Knew our relationship, knew that it was entertaining and funny. And then even when we're having serious conversation and things would get heated on the show, he would say, babe, I know that you're strong enough to take it, and I know you can handle it. You know, if you ever couldn't, I know that you also, I know you also would, you'd go to Rob long before I would or whatever, you know, because of the relationship that you two have. So, I mean, he's just in that area, he already got it. He's just he's like
Gary's
you.
the greatest guy.
No, I mean, hey, everyone's got their flaws, right? I mean, the jokes he tries to come up with.
Yeah, his jokes are terrible, that I will agree with.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we've argued about other things. Every couple does, right? But not the show. Yeah, definitely not the show.